towards the world's definition of what an Amazonite smoky quartz can be.
This morning on AMHQ Early, tracking the tropics with a new potential threat. We are monitoring a possible tropical cyclone 3 in the Gulf of Mexico with its sights set on the southern part of the U.S. We are talking the potential for serious rain and lots of flooding. A look at the areas of most concern as we time out the impacts along the coast as well as inland. Plus, tropical weather also means hidden dangers in the water. What you need to know to stay safe and beat those rip currents. Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Kelly Cass. A lot to get to with a busy time for the tropics, especially so early in the season. The season just began on June 1st. Hour by hour, we are monitoring the situation across the Gulf of Mexico, where potential Tropical Storm 3 is going to be having an impact probably later on today, as a matter of fact. So we're talking about tropical storm warnings that are in place for parts of the Louisiana coastline. We also have flood watches that are a concern even over towards Florida. This system could be a very heavy rainmaker across much of the Gulf Coast. We're talking up to a foot of rain in some locations, if not more than that. This is tropical in nature, so even if it doesn't actually get the name Cindy, we're still talking about lots of rain that could lead to some flooding right here along the Gulf Coast. So here is a look at the latest advisory. Just came in from the National Hurricane Center, so this is as of 4 o'clock Central Time. The center, if you will, it's not really all that organized, but it's about 300 miles south-southwest of the mouth of the Mississippi. Winds are estimated to be around 40 miles per hour, moving toward the northwest at 8 miles per hour. But it is now in the Gulf of Mexico. It is making some progress, and we are seeing a flare-up of thunderstorms out there as well. But the National Hurricane Center now giving it an 80% chance of developing either into a tropical depression. If it gets a name, the next name on the list would be Cindy. In fact, we're going to talk about Tropical Storm Brett coming up in just a moment. But first of all, when you've got a potential tropical cyclone, this is relatively new terminology from the National Hurricane Center. So basically what this does is it labels it a disturbance that is not quite yet a depression or a storm, but it does pose a threat of tropical storm conditions within about 48 hours. So that basically allows the National Hurricane Center to advise